Welcome to week 10 of the Wellbeing email series journey. I'm so proud of you. You've come so far and you've done so many things. It's so wonderful that you're here. The journaling practice for this week is engaging in narrative therapy. There are 4 different narrative therapy paths you can choose. You can do all 4, or you can just choose one. This is kind of a choose your own adventure kind of journaling invitation. The first narrative therapy journaling prompt is to externalize the problems in your life. You can write down a harsh judgment that you've made about yourself, like, for example, I am an angry person. And then you want to reframe it by saying, I acted angrily, it's not who I am, and I can learn to express anger more constructively. So this is detaching your identity from something that happened or something that you did. So if you exhibited one kind of trait or behavior, you don't have to make that like who you are, something that you can't change. You can be like, I was angry in this moment. I'm not an angry person. I was just angry because blah, blah, blah. You can use the nonviolent communication to say, I felt angry because I have this need, value, boundary, and I would have preferred something else other than this thing. You can write down like something constructive you can do about improving it. Like, I can learn to express my anger more productively, or I can make a change in my relationships or within myself to reduce this thing that makes me angry, etc. Second is deconstructing the problem. You can write down a vague issue that you've been struggling with, for example, like people don't understand me. And then you break it down into very specific, actionable pieces. For example, if the vague issue is my partner doesn't understand me, or people in general don't understand me, you can focus it into, okay, my partner might have misheard me on something, so I will ask them what they heard to clarify, how they received the message that I tried to communicate. And that's a more constructive way of handling the problem, because just saying like people don't understand me in general, that's very hopeless, you can't do anything with that. But if you go more specific and you go more constructive with it, you can be like, okay, when did I feel like people weren't hearing me? Who was it that I was talking to? And what can I do or ask for in that moment to resolve a very specific instance of this and move forward constructively? And the third is about alternative outcomes. So sometimes when we are in a difficult situation, we can focus on the worst possible scenario, or we can feel trapped and stuck, or like we don't really know what the path forward is from this moment. So this is a great way of constructing paths in our mind, creating narratives and stories around, this situation could go this way, or it could go that way, or it could go this way. So the journaling practice for this is writing 3 to 5 alternative outcomes of the current situation. The goal is to find the path that you can think of and write about that feels the most empowering and helpful and constructive and positive. So like you can write the worst case scenario, and then you can write the best case scenario, and then you can write no matter what happens, you can go this way or that way or this way. So many things are possible, and that'll help you think through how you want to step forward from this experience. And then 4th is becoming the hero of your own story. So you're going to first write about a tough memory in your life or a tough situation that you're dealing with, and then you're going to then write about a memory where you felt really empowered and centered and joyful and passionate. And then you're going to embody that energy from that feeling of feeling great. And then you're gonna use that to rewrite how this person that you are, that can be joyful and passionate and excited and all of these things, how they would handle this negative experience or how they would move forward from it. And basically rewriting this story as being a hero. Like, what is the heroic path through this? And then at the end, you plan one simple action that you can take to move forward with confidence, knowing that you're being the hero of your story. So those are the well-being practices invitations for this week. I hope to see you next week in your inbox. And yes, you are so loved, and we are healing the world from within, one small step at a time. Bye-bye.